Hi everybody, welcome to day 3 of our devotionals called Dreams. We're looking specifically at the life of Joseph, but all this week we're looking at other dreamers in the Bible, other people for whom God has put dreams in their hearts. And today we're introduced to Moses. Now there's 2 chapters in our reading today. I highly recommend you read them. It's an easy read. But we see that God presents to Moses an impossible dream. At least Moses thinks so. He's very honest with God and he says, God, this dream you're giving me is absolutely impossible. One, I cannot do it. He gives God all kinds of reasons, including I'm not eloquent enough. I don't know what reasons you have, but I'm sure you have a list of reasons as to why you can't do the dreams that God has put in your heart. So he says, number 1, I can't do it. Number 2, no one will believe me. In essence, Moses is saying, I don't have the license to dream that dream. We need a license, don't we? It's like a permission to do something. We need a license to drive. We need a license to travel. It's called our passport. When we get to a country, we need a license to enter that country. It's called a visa. And if you don't have that, you're not allowed to enter the country. And the customs official will ask you, who are you and why do you think you can get in? And in essence, Moses is saying, as you read through our readings today, this dream, God, is impossible. I don't have the license to dream this. I can't do it, number 1. Number 2, no one will believe me. And in essence, Moses is saying, who am I? Who am I to pull this off? There's no way I can pull this off. Maybe you can relate with that. Some of us have lost our license to dream. Some of us, through the failures of life, through the things that people have said to us, the voices in our own mind that say to us, you will never be able to do this, we've lost our license to dream. We don't give ourselves the permission to dream. Now remember, another reminder, if it's a God dream, it's not about prominence. It's not about giving you the glory. It's about giving God the glory. It's not about your prominence. It's about significance. And I believe God's called us to live significant lives. But if it's a God-sized dream, it's going to be impossible by definition. It's going to require God to intervene for the dream to come true. We saw that with Abraham yesterday when God says, hey, get out of your tent, go look at the stars, go look at my creative glory, and that will become the basis of your promise. Look at the stars. And as Abraham did that, deep in his heart, he knew that if God wouldn't come through, this dream is impossible. It's the same for Moses. It's the same for Joseph. It's the same for you and I. Our ability to dream, our license to dream, God-sized dreams are not contingent on our ability, on our personality. It's contingent on God. It is for His prominence. It is so that we can live significant lives. But it's a God-sized dream. And so when Moses says, who am I? When we ask the question, who am I to pull something like that off? God, no way I can do that. God's response is not to fill our minds with things that would raise our self-esteem. Let me tell you how great you are, Moses. No, God didn't do that at all. What God did was He pointed Moses back to the source of the dream. When Moses said, God, when people ask me, who sent you? Where's this dream from? What should I say? God says, tell them, I am sent you. And Moses says, well, they'll ask, who are you? And God says, I am who I am. Now that may seem like a cryptic answer, but if you think deeply on it, that's exactly what we need to hear today about our dreams. God who put the stars in the sky, God who has boundless creative energy, God who put those God-sized dreams in our hearts, God says, I am I am who I am, and I sent you. I give you the license to dream. God puts in our hearts dreams to be significant, not to be prominent, but to be significant. God puts those dreams in our hearts. And when He does, the license to dream those dreams are contingent not on our ability, but they're contingent on God. And so we hold on to God's promises, the dreams that God has put in our hearts. We have the license to dream because I am put those dreams in our hearts. All these next few weeks, my desire is that many of us begin to dream God-sized dreams again. That we see again and again and again, I'll repeat this, it's not about our prominence, but it's about God's dreams, God's glory. It's about living significant lives. I pray that all of us wake up to this idea that God wants us to live significant lives. There are people all around us living in slavery. God has heard their cries, and He sends us, you and I, to go and be significant for His name's sake. So today, think back to the dreams that God has put in your heart. Think back to the things that God has called you to. And remind yourself that the one who gives you permission to dream, the one who put those dreams in your heart, is the one who will bring them to pass. And I hope that that gives you the license to dream even more. Have a dream-filled day. God bless you.